Hi everyone, Sarah here, your English coach, helping you to develop your communication skills, your fluency and your confidence in English so you can thrive in the UK. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can thrive at work and in life in the UK. As we begin 2025 this week, in this video, I want to share 7 secrets to becoming a confident English speaker this year. It's really frustrating when you know you're great at your job, but it feels like your English is stopping you from progressing in your career. That's why my clients come to me. That's why today I'm going to share 7 secrets to help you become the confident English speaker you know you can be and make 2025 the year that you thrive in your career in the UK. Secret number 1, be focused and intentional about your practice. This is the most important one because it's going to save you a lot of time. We're all busy and we're working hard, and it's difficult to find time to practice and to make real progress. You could spend hours after work watching films, watching YouTube videos, but if we don't do it with intention, you're not going to make real progress. The truth is, the secret to real progress is having clear goals. First, identify where you want to develop. If you don't feel confident communicating with clients or talking about your subject at work, then focus on this. But maybe you feel confident communicating at work and it's having those everyday conversations with your colleagues that makes you feel nervous. Then focus on developing your language and confidence for those situations. Maybe it's a bit of both. Whatever it is, be clear on where you want to develop your skills so all your practice will lead to you achieving a goal. Now, the next 2 tips are all about getting the right input. We gain a better understanding of how to use the language when we immerse ourselves in authentic and real English. This can be through reading, this can be through listening as well. But the key is to listen and to read things that's going to be useful for our lives and to help us achieve our goals. So tip number 2 is to listen more strategically. If you want to develop your English for work, then listen to podcasts related to your field. It's great to listen to interviews with people in your field because you become more familiar with the language that they use as well as the way that they express things. But maybe you don't feel confident understanding local accents. You came to Manchester and suddenly there's all these different accents and maybe they even use different words. A great tip is to listen to local radio or simply go to a cafe and listen into people's conversations. It's all about finding the input that's relevant to you. Listening in this strategic way will not only help you to build confidence that you can understand lots of different people when it comes to speaking, but it will also help you to build the language that you need to achieve your goals. Read more strategically. Now you might be thinking, Sarah, I want to be a better speaker. Why do I need to read? The truth is, spoken English is messy. People don't always speak in full sentences, they might make mistakes. It's not always clear, and it's not always the best example of how to communicate. When we read, we see great examples of how to communicate clearly and effectively. We can also see how language is actually used, how those grammar structures that we learnt about at school, how it's used in real life communications. The more you read, the better examples we have of good English. The key is to focus on reading things that you, 1, find useful, or 2, find interesting. Read blog posts related to your field. If you really don't enjoy that kind of reading, then read things for pleasure. Read about your hobby or read books that you enjoy. Whatever you do, make time for reading this year. Now, the next 2 secrets are all about activating and using English. It's great to have a good knowledge of English, to know lots of words, to know lots of grammar structures. But if you don't actually start to use it and to use it to express your thoughts, then it's going to be a lot more difficult when you come to have those difficult conversations where you feel nervous. So secret number 4 is to write more. Of course, speaking comes later, but actually writing more and practicing putting your thoughts into words is a really useful exercise. If you find yourself rambling and speaking a lot without a clear idea when you speak, organizing your thoughts in writing and practicing using new words and phrases and different grammar structures can really help to activate that language. When you start to use this new language in writing, it's a lot more accessible when you actually speak. Now, when I say write more, I don't just mean write essays, write emails, write things that you usually write, but actually practice writing down what you would say. So imagine at work, you have to explain certain concepts over and over again. Write out what you would say in order to express it. You can edit it, make it more concise, and then practice speaking out loud. Writing is such a valuable tool to help activate that language that you know and actually to start using it. This may not come as a surprise, but tip number 5 is to speak more and to speak in low-risk situations. Now, if the only time that you speak are those situations where you don't feel confident, no wonder you don't feel confident. Make time by yourself or in these low-risk situations to practice using the language that you know. You could simply look in the mirror and talk to yourself. Practice explaining these concepts from work or introducing yourself, or even imagine having that conversation with a colleague. The more you practice putting your thoughts into words, the more automatic it will be, and the more prepared you'll be when you actually have to speak. You can also practice with your family, join conversation clubs, anywhere where you can feel confident to experiment with language and to really practice your skills. Think of improving your speaking skills like learning to drive a car. You could read about all the theory, you could watch somebody drive every day, but it's not until you actually do it, you practice it, and you keep on doing it, that you feel more confident and you do it automatically. You don't even have to think about it. This is what you need to do with speaking. So make sure this year you definitely speak more. Now, the first 5 secrets were all about what to do to practice your English, to learn more useful language, to practice using it, and to improve both your fluency and your accuracy, because we want to be able to communicate more clearly as well. But the final 2 secrets are what to do to make yourself feel more confident when you're actually communicating in real life. By real life, I don't mean a conversation club or some kind of practice time, but a real conversation with a real British person or in a real meeting with a real client. Secret number 6 is to focus on the message, not perfection. When you want to be perfect and use perfect grammar and find the exact word to express yourself, while this can be good, it can actually make the person you're speaking to feel frustrated as they wait for you to actually say what you want to say. It's so important to just focus on communicating your idea clearly to the person you're speaking to. They're not there to analyze your language or think, that was a basic word they used, or, they made a grammar mistake there. They just want to hear what you want to say, and usually they want to hear it quickly. Also, when we focus on communicating the message to that person and making sure they understand and being interested in them, we take the pressure and the focus off ourselves. We worry less about mistakes and we build confidence over time. And finally, secret number 7, which I found over the years of working with many different clients working in the UK, this is so, so important. You can learn more vocabulary, you can really practice your English, you can keep working on your communication so you're clearer and clearer. But in order to make sure we feel confident in all situations, we need to build inner confidence. When I say building inner confidence, I mean building confidence in who you are, so you're less affected by what everyone else thinks about you. When you build this inner confidence, it doesn't really bother you if you make a mistake. You realize it's just a mistake. When you have that inner confidence, it doesn't matter if you're working in a team with all other British people and you're the only non-native speaker. You're confident in yourself, in your ability, and those worries just fade away. Working on this really is the key to becoming that confident English speaker in 2025. So how do we create that inner confidence? Well, doing activities that are going to help you calm your mind and release that anxiety, if we can do this consistently, we have a calmer brain and we're better able to deal with those situations where we feel nervous. The more we practice mindfulness techniques that help to calm the brain, in general, we become less stressed in those situations. Of course, you can do things like meditation. This is classic mindfulness. Practice things like yoga. But if that's not for you, do things that help to calm your mind. Maybe it's listening to music or drawing or painting. Anything that helps you to feel calm and feel relaxed on a daily basis. And next, step out of your comfort zone regularly. Now, this could just be a tiny thing. If you feel nervous speaking to your colleagues, think every day I'm going to make conversation with at least one colleague. The more you do this, the more evidence that you have that you are able to do this. And you build confidence over time. Confidence doesn't magically arrive through studying English more. We need to be doing these things and using it over and over again, and that's where the confidence comes from. And believe me, from my own experience as well, working on this consistently will help you to go out there and feel less conscious of your English, worry less about what people think. And this will help you to not only develop your skills, because you'll have more opportunities to practice, but you'll really be able to thrive. I'm Sarah. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.